Hello students, now we have discussed about what is invertible matrix and when we call the matrix as invertible. So next we are going to discuss inverse of a matrix by elementary operations. Already we have discussed which are the elementary operations, three or six elementary operations we have discussed, three in row operations and three in column operations. So using that we have to calculate inverse of a given matrix. So now I'll take x, a and any b. I'll take x, a and b be any three square matrices. Be any three matrices. I will take x, a and b are any three matrices such that x is equal to a, b. I'll take x, a and b are the matrices such that x is equal to a, b. If I wanted to perform row operations, we know that there are two types of operations. One is row operation and one is column operations. In order to perform row operations to this matrix, this x is equal to a, b, what we have to do is we have to multiply this matrix, or we have to multiply by a matrix to the equation x is equal to ab. What is that? We have to multiply to the matrix x. Simultaneously we have to multiply by that matrix, or we have to perform row operations to x, as well as we have to perform the row operation to the first matrix, that is A. If x is equal to AB is the equation or the relation if we get, then to perform row operations, what we have to do is we have to do the operation to the matrix x. Simultaneously we have to perform the same row operation to the first matrix. If it is a row operation, we have to perform to the x as well as to the first matrix. Suppose if I wanted to perform the column operation, then in that case I have to do the operations for the matrix x as well as for the second matrix b. So this is a rule used to calculate or used to apply elementary operations. In order to perform row operations, what we have to do is we have to apply for the matrix x as well as for the first matrix A. And in order to perform the row column operations, we have to do the operations for x as well as for the second matrix. Simultaneously we have to perform. So this is a method to calculate or to apply the elementary operations. Now this I have taken for x, a and b, and it has the relation x is equal to ab. X, A and B are the matrices such that x is equal to AB. Now we have only the matrix A and its inverse A inverse. So how we can calculate A and or how we can calculate the inverse of a given matrix A. So from these discussions what we can conclude is if A is a matrix, if A is a matrix and A inverse exists, if A is a matrix and inverse of that matrix exists, then to find that A inverse, then to find A inverse, right, or to find A inverse from the row operation or by the row operation, what we have to write is, if it is row operation, already I have told we have to perform for the matrix x as well as the first matrix. So what I'll write is to find A inverse by the row operation, write A is equal to I into A. In order to perform row operation, we have to write A is equal to I, and from these what we can write A, we have to apply the row operation for A as well as the first matrix I. Write A is equal to IA and do the operation only for the first matrix A and the second matrix, or for the matrix A as well as here the first matrix I. So we can get what is A inverse, and it is to apply row operation. Suppose if I wanted to find matrix or the inverse by a column operation, next we can write if A is a matrix and A inverse exists, then to find A inverse by the row by the column operation, then we can write same sentence you repeat. If A is a, this is one point. Next point, if A is a matrix and A inverse exists, then to find A inverse by the column operation, we have to write A is equal to A into I. A is equal to A into I. Given matrix can be written as A into AI. So we have to perform the column operation to what is that first matrix A as well as here the second matrix I. So from this we can get what is the inverse of a given matrix. So these two are two types of operations. One is a row operation and one more is a column operation. So after that so by writing this A is equal to IA, and then we have to continue the row operations till what we get, till we get I is equal to A into B. I is equal to A into B, or I is equal to here if it is a row operation means we get I is equal to B into A. Till I is equal to B into A, then B is called the inverse. Here A is equal to IA till I is equal to AB. Here B is called the inverse of the given matrix. So this is the main method. So first, given if a matrix is given, it is to if it is to calculate inverse of a given matrix, first from the row operations means we have to write A is equal to IA until we get I is equal to BA. Here B is called the inverse of the given matrix. Suppose it is to calculate from the column operation, then write A is equal to A into I, then apply the column operations here for the matrix A as well as for the matrix I here, then we have to get I is equal to AB, then B is called the inverse of a matrix A. So these are the main methods to calculate or to apply the row operations or column operation. Next one note, suppose when we calculate or when we apply this row operation or column operation, if we get one row or one column is 0, then that matrix does not have any inverse. While calculating inverse of a matrix, if we get any row or column is 0, then that matrix does not have any inverse. So we'll calculate some of the problems by using elementary operations. By using elementary operations, find the inverse of the matrix. Find the inverse of the matrix. Matrix A is equal to 1, 2, then 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. So this is the matrix. So find the using elementary operation find the inverse of the given matrix. So just it will give, they'll give to calculate the inverse, they won't mention whether you have to use row operation or column operation. Any operation you can use, either row or column. And you should remember, if it is row operation, we have to write A is equal to IA, and if it is a column operation, we have to write A is equal to A into I. Suppose if it is from the row operation, we have to write A is equal to IA. In order to use row operation, write A is equal to IA. A is equal to I into A. So here I is identity matrix. Now the given matrix is of 2 by 2. Therefore we can write I is equal to a matrix or 2 by 2 matrix. So A we can write, give a given matrix itself. So what is that? 1, 2, 2 minus 1 is equal to a matrix, identity matrix of 2 by 2, order 2 by 2. We can write 1, 0, 0, 1 into A. No need to write this A once again what is given in the problem, because it is row operation. We are performing that only to the matrix A as well as the first matrix. So we can write that A as it is, because to perform row operation is performed only for the matrix A and for the first matrix I. Therefore we can write that matrix A as it is. So we have to perform the operation, that is row operation. So which is that row operation? Finally, after all these operations, we have to get I is equal to A into B. We have to get I is equal to B into A. So we have to convert this A as I. We have to convert the given matrix as A into I. That means identity matrix. So that means what here? It is identity matrix means 1, 0, 0, 1. Already it is 1. So no need to change this 1 to 1. Already it is 1. Next we have to convert this element as identity, means this should be 0. That means here I have to convert this 2 to 0. So which is the operation we can do now? So I'll make the operation apply R2. So we know the operations. One is we can interchange the rows, or next operation is we can multiply any row element of any row or column by a constant, or we can add or subtract any row to the one more row by multiplying that element by a constant. That can also be done. So now I will apply R2. Now I have to change this 2 to 0, because I have to get identity element. So this should be 0. So convert this to 0, I'll apply the operation. I'll use the one more row. Now this is second row. I'll use a one more row. R2 changes to. So I'll multiply this R1 by 2. R2 changes to R2 minus 2R1. R2 changes to. I will change R2. I'll change this R2. How I'll change? R2 minus 2 into R1. So what we get? R2 is a 2 minus 2 into R1 means that is also corresponding element I have mentioned. It is corresponding element. 2 into R1. 2 into 1 is 2. So 2 minus 2, I'll get it is 0. So I can get here it is 0. So from that operation, what is that? Which elements we get? We get it is 1 as it is. The first step as it is, we are changing only the second row. So first row as it is, and here it will be R2 is 2 minus 2 into R1. So it will be 0, and the next is a minus 1. Minus 1. If you want, you can write here R2 is what? You can write in the bracket 2 minus 2 into 1 it will be 0. I have taken 2 minus 2 into 1 is 0. Next one is minus 1 minus 2 into minus 1 changes to minus 1 minus 2 into 2. So it is minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5. So this you may do that. So it will be minus 5, that will be minus 5. So we know that row operation is performed only to the give this matrix as well as the identity matrix. In the identity matrix also only the second row now we are changing. The first row is as it is, and this A is also as it is. Now I have to change this one 0 1. So I can how I can change that 0 and 1. Again the same operation, R2 changes to R2 is 0 minus 0 minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. 0 changes to R2 changes. Now I am changing only R2. 0 minus 2 into 1 is a minus 2. Is a minus 2. Next I am changing this element. I am changing only R2, applying only to R2. So this will be a 1. 1 changes to 1 minus 2 into 0. 1 minus 2 into 0, that will be 1 only. So this is one of the matrix we can see. In order to perform row operation, we are writing first itself A is equal to IA. After that I have written A given matrix is equal to I identity matrix into A. So these steps are very important. First you have to see, first we have to convert this to 1. We have to get I into BA. So I have to write this as I. That means first here it is 1. Already it is 1. So no need to do the operation. After that we have to convert this as 0 because we have to get identity element means this as a 0. So how I have converted? I have used R2 changes to R2 minus to R1. And I have calculated like this. Then next I am changing after this operation I have got this. Then after that 1 0 is done. Next I'll change this to 1. I'm converting this to identity matrix, remember. So 1 0, this should be 1 again. Then this should be 0. So I'm performing like this. If it is 2 by 2 matrix, you always remember first you have to convert this to 1, then it is 0, then it is 1, then it is 2. So if it is a 2 by 2 matrix, always you remember 1 0 0 1. 1 0 0 1. So now I am converting. Now this operation is done and we got this. Now we have to apply that operations. I am performing row operations also. So I am performing row operation now to this equation. Now I have to get this as 1. So what I'll do is apply R2 changes to minus 1 by 5 R2. So now I am applying the second operation. What is that? A row or element of any row or column or row. Now it is row. Row can be multiplied by any non-zero constant. So now I have multiplied this R2 by minus 1 by 5. Why I am already it is 0. Now I have to get 1 here means if I multiply to by minus 1 by 5, then only I can get 1 here. Then only I can get 1 here. Therefore I am multiplying R2. I have to see only this, but while performing the operations I have to perform all the second rows. Now I have seen here, I have to convert this to 0 means that means it is in the second row. I have to convert, I have to apply the operation for all these. Here it is in the second row means I am doing this operation means I have to apply to all this second row. So what we get if I do this operation, the first row is as it is. First row is as it is. No need to apply any or the operation because I am changing only R2. So I can see R2 changes to all these R2 changes. How it is changes? Minus 1 by 5 into R2. Now it is 0. This 0 is multiplied by minus 1 by 5. So we get is 0 only. It won't change. Next minus 1 by 5, minus 5 into minus 1 by 5. We get it is a 1. We get it is a 1. We got it is 1. Next, here also the first row as it is. 1 0, that will be as it is. Now I am doing the operation only for the second row. So now second row changes. How it changes? R2 changes to minus 1 by 5 into R2. So minus 2 into minus 1 by 5. R2 changes to minus 1 by 5 into R2. Minus 1 by 5 into minus 2. So this will be equal to plus 2 by 5. That will be equal to plus 2 by 5. Next, 1 changes to 1 into minus 1 by 5 is a minus 1 by 5 into A as it is, because we are performing only for these two matrices and we are keeping that matrix as it is. So this is one more, this we got like this. So this is a second operation. In the second operation I have converted this to 1 0 1 2. 1 0 1 2 I have converted. Now after that this I have to convert to 0. This I have to convert to 0. So what is that? How I can convert that to 0? To convert that 0, what we have to do is we have to I'll apply the operation. I have to convert this to 0. So now this is in the R1. R1 changes to, now I will apply R1 changes to R1 minus 2 R1 minus 2 R1. R1 changes to 2 R1 minus 2 into R1. So what we get now? Now R2 elements as it is now changes only the R1 elements. So what we get if I perform R1 minus 2 into R2? So R1 is 1 minus 2 into R2. 2 into R2 is 2 into 0 is 0. This will be 1. So the first element is 1 itself. Next, this anyhow as it is, R2 does not change, only R1 changes. So this will be 2. Now this changes to 2 minus 2 into 1. 2 minus R1 changes to R1 minus 2 into R2. 2 into R2. Therefore, 2 minus 2 into 1 is equal to 0. We are changing only R1. So I have changed 1 0 and the next one is 0 1. And here also I am changing only the first row. Only the first row means I can write the second row as it is. I can write the second row is 2 by 5 minus 1 by 5 as it is. Only I am changing the first row. So if I change this first row, what is that first row? 1 changes to 1 minus 1 changes to 1 minus 2 into 2 by 5. So what is that? 1 minus 4 by 5 is 1 by 5. Therefore this element will be 1 by 5, and here it is it will be 0 minus 2 into minus 1 by 5. It will be minus into minus plus 2 by 5. It will be plus 2 by 5. 2 by 5 into A. 2 by 5 into A. So finally we got a identity matrix I is equal to one more matrix into A. Now it is in the form of I is equal to B into A. So this B is called the inverse of given matrix. So 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5 and minus 1 by 5. This will be the inverse of a given matrix, because after operation we are getting here I is equal to B into A. Therefore inverse A inverse is equal to 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5 minus 1 by 5. So this is the inverse of a given matrix A. So we have done the operations like row operations. I have performed only row operation. Similarly, I can perform row column operations also. This is one of the example. So you go through that. I think you may not understand how it is. So I'll solve many problems of same kind, then you will understand. Now you just copy. In the next class I will discuss some more problems of same kind. This no need to write always, it is just to calculate yourself. You can calculate in a side how we are getting, and you'll come to know which operations you have to do. Meanwhile you'll come to know, but the thing is you should follow the pattern. First you have to convert this to 1 0 0 1, 1 0 1 0, that you have to remember, 1 0 1 0. So that you should remember always. In that way itself we have to convert all the other row, and we have to change the element. So you just copy these. I think you may not understand this properly, you just copy down this problem. So in the next class I'll discuss some more problems, and I'll give some tricks also, how you have to do these operations, how you have to perform the operations. Thank you.